Hi, beautifuls and beloveds. What is this, part 4, 5? So, beautifuls and beloveds, make sure that you're on the right side of this whole thing, this issue. I do love a lot of people, and I've never given anyone means for doubting that. Now, if you came at me and you were stealing from me and or doing and participating in any of this, you know, I have every right to say not so nice things about you. I have a right to my opinion about that, and especially if it's 100% right, then we have another issue at hand, and so will you. But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by thinking that Goliath is the winner. Be on the right side of this. If you were promised by Goliath, and I'm using that as a hypothetical term, that you were going to be protected, it ain't so. That's if you're doing something wrong. If you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have anything to worry about. If you were acting as a spy to gather information about what our company is doing, what I'm doing, anything, you need to let us know. You will be protected, like the honest, integral way. We mean you no harm, obviously. Goliath always means harm to the tools that Goliath uses. Again, that's just a hypothetical term. I'm referring to a biblical reference, okay? It'll be a problem. So, while it might be very hard to face me or to face my board and us and to say what you may have participated in, I get it. Being wrong is not fun. And having to apologize for being this drastically wrong and dreadfully so is, I don't have words for that. This is very harrowing. But what is worse is to not come forward. Okay? Because so many people didn't come forward before me, I'm having to deal with this. Because so many people that came before me didn't stop the evil in its tracks. Christians, real Christians, wake up. You have been lulled to sleep by some disingenuous pastors, or you lulled your own self to sleep. Be Bereans. Start opening that Bible. Start doing the homework that we've had to do. Wake up. Don't you know that the evil in this world, the Goliaths in this world, want you to be sleeping? So wake up. We outnumber them, I guarantee you. But they're trying to make you part of their team. Do you understand? Your negligence, your fear, your cowardice. You don't know what to do? No excuse. You pick up a phone. I'm telling you what you can do, and you can call us. Start there. Please don't use my social media messaging, okay? That is like one of the first places anybody will hack and look into. Not secure. By their own admission, okay? And by our evidence as well. So don't do that. Call us. If you are not getting word back from us, you are being thwarted. It's not getting through. I mean, my own father couldn't even get through to me on the phone. He's like, I just called you. And I'm like, here's a screenshot. You did not just call us as far as what we see here. The device did not alert us, nothing. Okay, it could be the same situation, guys. So let us know somehow, okay? Please, let us know. Call officials, the government, somebody, and say, look, I'm trying to get a hold of this person. This is my experience. That helps us, okay? Don't be afraid of these people. If you're afraid of them, we gotta do something about that. We gotta strengthen you up, okay? So that's why I get really angry with people who say anything of the sort of my character. No, most likely I'm stronger than you. Meaning the ones who are trying to say this, you know? It ain't gonna work. Really. And I'm not in competition with you. It's just that when people start saying things that are, irrelevant or counter to the point, counter to the truth, I have something to say about that, especially if it's about me. I don't wish this on anybody. And I'm telling you, I don't know how we endured this. This has been very, very challenging. But again, rely on my analytics. And God has a big play in this as well. I don't want to disrespect him and not say that. Ultimately, it is God. And my enemies are realizing if they weren't believers in God and Christ, they're becoming believers because they can't explain how I've survived every attempt made against me. And I'm no propitiation, and I'm no sacrifice, and I'm not a martyr. I don't do that kind of thing. I decide my own history. I decide what I want to be known as. So back off. And to anybody, oh God, my head is just splitting. Post-accident, yeah, these headaches feel much different than I can't really call these migraines because they're not on one side of the head. It's just, I feel like my whole brain is split open. I've never had these kind of headaches before until after the accident. It's horrible. Oops. So, go to our website. I'm writing it down here. Communicate with us. If our form is not working, we have an email form. I think it might have been disabled. But if that's not working, you need to let us know. But here, just go here. Can you see that? I hope so. Figure out how to communicate with us. It's not hard. Ugh. To my dearest and dearest and dearest friends, my really small circle, if you've been trying to get in touch with us, like I said, don't send us messages because that's the first place to look. You have my permission to come see me. You know where I am at. Worst case scenario, do that. But we just don't let anybody in. Now they're trying to see how we have everything set up, the schematics, to gain the upper hand tactically. Ain't gonna happen. I really have to go because I have to take care of myself. This is getting unbearable. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions about this, let me know. If you have any information, we implore you, please let us know. It helps, but we'll succeed with or without your help. I'm just saying, and I don't have to do this. I'm giving you a mercy. If you want to be found on the right side of this issue, get on the right side of this issue. You need to come forward. As heartbreaking as it might be for me to hear the truth, what would be more heartbreaking to me is that if I thought you were a friend and we have to put you on the list that says you are now the enemy and anything that you have done I can't help you with, you will be held responsible for. This is my only means of communication at the moment. Is it really that hard for you guys to be that good to me? I'm just, let's just get personal for a second. This is the raw, real, uncensored part. I've not done anything to anybody. If you've done wrong to me, I stand up for myself, and I'm very outspoken about it. And if I think that I deserve some other outcome than what you decided for me because for some reason you had a say-so in an end result that would affect my life or my artwork, I'm allowed to do that too. But you better be on the right side of that issue, because if we find out that anybody has been stealing our stuff, blacklisting us, or helping others, and it's called being an accomplice, there's going to be a problem, okay? A huge problem. We're trying to help everybody and anybody. If you're our enemy, we don't have to work with you. There are federal laws that protect us. And if we suspect somebody being an enemy, we don't have to work with you. It's just best that you're not our enemy. it's best that you're just on our side. I mean, really, look at how we treat everybody. We like to give things. We treat anybody as in our festival. Like, I give you roses. One year we couldn't do it because we couldn't afford it. I don't like that. I like to do what I do. I like to be a classy lady. My mom taught me how to do that. You know, we were getting everybody massages and then somebody stole our contacts, so I don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully it'll go well this time around, because that's something that we wanted to do for you guys. Some people like to have massages before they perform. Some people like it after. We provided that service. We treat people very well. You know, some people, because they have injuries, they need help to move their body and warm it up in a certain way. And then some people are like, no, if I get overwarmed, I've never heard of that before. But they say if I relax my muscles too much. And it's like, well, then you tell the massage therapist that you don't need relaxation massage. You need a massage that'll help waken your body. What a lame excuse. I mean, it could be legitimate, but the thing is, you know, that's not an excuse to try to downplay us getting massage therapists for you, which was what some people were attempting to do. It's like they are well versed in many massage therapies that can help anything, any condition. Pre-exercising, post, anything you need, you know, just saying. See how people were even trying to tear down something nice that we were trying to do for them. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be massaged before because it relaxes your muscles. It's like, well, no kidding. Well, then don't get that done. Get a different type of massage that wakens them up and helps them to become more pliable. Really, grow up. I really don't care if that hurts somebody's feelings. The fact is, you were trying to destroy a good element of my festival by doing that. So, you know, one good turn deserves another. I mean it. Yeah, but it's a very small percentage. We seldom have smart asses that do this to us. But anyway, you know, I just really think that if people understand these certain things in your life, and it all stemmed back from a suggestion. Stop dancing. Why? Because you want somebody else to take my place. Many other somebodies you want me to train. Gee, doesn't that make that convenient for you? Little me's multiplied over and over and over again. First of all, when I teach, I don't teach people how to be like me. I look and see how they can be like them. You're not going to ever get another me anywhere. And I'm never going to get another, you know, other type of my dancers that I have in my group. They're all unique. You know, you should have just hired me, for crying out loud. Should have just legitimately approached me and our board and agents and all of this. One more thing, if anybody knows anything about anyone using our festival or our company as a commodity for themselves, meaning creating a pay-to-play situation, because we found it very disturbing. We welcome anybody. I don't care where they're from. They could be from New York, they could be from Saskatchewan, they could be from the OC. I don't care. My board doesn't care. Not to sound rude or flippant, but let's put it this way. We don't mind where anybody comes from. We're an international festival. And I believe that's what makes us different from all the other festivals in LA. But what it does not mean is that you don't let our solicitations that we pay for go out to all the people in Los Angeles. They may not be interested, but we pay for it. It's illegal to not let all of our communication that we pay for go to everybody. You can't just say, oh, well, you know, we can't be in charge of who opens what. Well, you know what? after a time when nobody in Los Angeles is submitting for your festival and it's turning into only an Oceanside or Ocean City, Orange County festival, and you're located in LA, there's something wrong. So, you know, if anybody knows anything about that, please let us know. Because, yeah, we find it very interesting. We feel like there's a control mechanism someplace, somewhere, controlling who is getting our communication and our solicitation for the festival in the first place. Because we know how many entries and submissions we used to get and where they came from and the differences now. And we offer more and a better experience for everybody continuously. We expanded the programming, we expanded the opportunities, so something's up, just based on logical deduction and reasoning. And then we do have some evidence of other things too, which I can't disclose at the moment. But if anybody knows about that, please let us know more information. Because, you know, we're going to find out anyway. Another thing about our festival, you know, you have to have some kind of professional, not only professional festival history, but we deal with professional dancers. Now, I'm saying this very gently because everybody's at a different level of technique. Lord knows I am. So I'm at a higher level of professional technique than I was even 2 years ago, even with the accident. How did I do that? I'm not telling you. But I did. So I just can't dance like I used to. Is it better? I think so. It's stronger, that's for sure. I just can't throw my neck back like I used to. A little trademark signature doing that. And I can't do a lot of different other things that required a lot of flexion in here because of the injury. If I do it, it's a choice and I'm in intense pain from doing it. But anyway, with that being said, guys, if you are just starting out and you just enjoy dance and you're not a professional choreographer or dancer, we've got some good news for you, because we have a program for amateurs as a part of our festival. We're not an amateur festival. It's through our outreach where any human being can perform, essentially. And we are very proud of the program. We inaugurated it, I want to say, maybe 3 years ago. And maybe it's our prerogative to choose where you may be placed, out of concern for what our audience is expecting, and out of concern that you are welcomed properly. I don't like it when people start demeaning people because their technique is not at a certain place. Well, dance is not just technique. And if you have a problem with that, why don't you talk to Martha Graham or some of the forefathers and mothers of modern dance. Okay, so you don't like it. You don't like their technique. You don't like the fact that they're still amateurs. Okay, well, we have a place that's appropriate for everybody. So our festival is very, very, very inclusive. And we've expanded it to not only keep that into consideration, because we were getting some submissions and I'm like, we can't put their piece out there. I don't like to censor anybody, but I don't want them getting laughed at or getting a bad review. I have to consider that to be thoughtful. So we have a place for people who just want to start doing it. And it could be that today's amateurs, tomorrow's professional. And they have a certain level of technique. I do quads perfectly. And one little bobble says, I can't let you in our festival. Look at that. Your penché, you have a little bobble. And it's like, you know what? I saw your dancers do something and they screwed up 10 times over than that little bobble that you're so obsessed about. So what? You know how many times I've seen professional performances done, I'm not going to say by like really huge companies, and they weren't flawless. Because we're human. You know, sometimes a light will shine in a dancer's eyeball and they'll get off balance. It happens, you know. So a little bobble versus falling down all the time and falling out of things. You know, I've seen it happen on stage, and you're like, oh, that's not going to go over well for them. Okay, they need to go on break, and they need to strengthen their core, ultimately, is what it is, right? So, guys, it's, we caught you, and it's not right to do that. It's not right to, you know, try to keep us out because, oh, you have a little bobble in this. Oh, you dance, then you stop, and then you start up again. That's a technique that was done by many of our foremothers and forefathers of modern dance. Or you can make it smooth all the way through. It's a style. You can do it, or you don't have to do it. I've seen the same people that criticize some of my stuff do the same thing and actually make it part of their style. I'm like, yeah, hypocrites. So, you know, every time you dish it out to us, we're going to just keep dishing it back. Yeah. But ultimately, we know where the source is coming from. Trying to keep us down so you guys can move ahead, supposedly. You're not ahead. If you have hearts like that, you're way behind. And that's your foundation, it's faulty. It's going to collapse underneath of you. I don't have to do anything to you. Evil begets evil. And evil, you know, it's like eating their own. Because ultimately, everybody who's evil wants to be number one. So you can't have a million number ones. You're all going after each other. I'm not trying to be number one. I'm just trying to do my job. Just trying to have fun, love on people, do what I like to do. You know, that was my MO. I'm guilty of wanting to just live a free life. I mean, really, you guys, could you imagine if you just stopped trying to put me down and suppress me and my company and tear us apart? You would have all that much more money and time to focus on your own stuff, which is what you should be doing. And I'm just going to remind you, the FBI just has this really nice thing online that we were given, and there are laws protecting our company and the members and me and my property and my image and everything. I just want to remind everybody that. And, you know, I wouldn't want to be here. Let's just put it that way. What else do I have to say about this? Yeah, our festival's grown, and we turned lemons into lemonade, and they propagated and mated too. And instead of just having a 3.5-week festival, we now have a 6-month festival, and we may actually carry it through the whole year. And you know, we've always been very courteous of everybody's dates, and we have evidence of it.